Welcome. You're listening to For the Love of Real Estate, a podcast with Jeffrey Dusan and Adam Stahura.
Well, welcome to
Another episode.
yeah, episode 4. Who would have thought we would make it this far, right?
They said it wouldn't last.
Yeah.
All right, so lead conversion.
Yeah.
Last time we talked about leads.
Mm-hmm.
Leads are the lifeblood of any real estate business. Now we have to talk about converting those leads, Adam. So,
Yeah.
Sounds good, right?
It
One
sounds
out of,
pretty
I
easy.
convert 1 out of every 4 leads I get. Well, maybe not.
Yeah.
What does it mean if someone tells you that they convert all the leads they get? What does that tell you?
It tells me that they're not tracking their numbers. There's no possible way that you're converting every single lead.
Or they're not getting enough leads.
That could be true, yeah. If I
you're
get one
counting
lead
the
and I
phone-
convert it.
Yeah, if you're counting the phone ringing
Yeah.
and your aunt calls wants you to sell her property
Well, then, yeah, I
as a
definitely
lead
got a
and you
100%
convert it, then
conversion
you're
ratio
100%
there.
Right. So I think a lot of people aren't looking at a big enough sample size because they
Yeah.
haven't looked at this like a business yet.
Mm-hmm.
So go back to episode 1
Yeah.
about making this, thinking about this as a business. So once you get a critical mass of leads in, you've got to start communicating with those people and deciding what their level of seriousness is
Yes.
and what their needs
Well,
are.
so the first conversion really is you've converted somebody to start working or actually give you some information that shows that they have a level of interest.
What's the vital data?
The vital data,
Name?
it's going to be name and phone number really. And then if you can get the email address and then if you can get their actual address.
Their current
and
home
then
address.
It's like,
What neighborhood are they moving to?
you got to
Which direction
start
you go to?
building all that profile up. And that's really when you take from a lead into a contact is the first conversion. So if I'm doing an open house and somebody walks in the front door, I don't know anything until I convert them into a contact, which would be, hey, what's your name? Now that's one part of the contact card, basically. So I want to keep growing that. I might not get their property address and their spouse's name and their dog's name and how many kids they
Birthday,
have.
anniversary, all those
birthday.
things.
That will grow over time, but at least getting some, like you said, vital information just to start working the relationship through follow-up.
Right. And there's no one that does this better than you, in my opinion, at an open house. You are a big believer in the LP Mama.
Yes.
So tell us what the LP Mama is.
Well, so when I'm going to convert a lead into an appointment, what I do is I follow the LP Mama, which stands for location, price, agent, motivation, appointment. And there's mortgage in there. Sorry.
Yeah.
I got them out of order. And really it starts conversationally with, this house is located in the French Quarter. Is this the only place you're looking to buy? Finding out more about their location.
So they walk in your open house, and it's let's role play. I walk in your open house. What do you do? Because I think that this changed my opinion on how to do an open house.
Starting with the open house is setting the stage, getting it in a level that's comfortable for everyone. And when they first walk in, what I want to do is I go through 3 steps. The first step is, hi, welcome to such and such property. 2, thank you for taking your time to come out. 3 is when I introduce myself. My name's Adam with Keller Williams. You guys can feel free to walk around or I can give you a tour, but just kind of let them be casual and walk around. Really, when I go into open houses, it's, you ever go into a used car dealership, you pull up on the lot and all of a sudden it's like zombies that come out of the building to come and peel your flesh off. That's what I feel like walking into an open house is just walking into a zombie graveyard of Realitrons. And that's what we want to avoid. We want to be personable.
Well, people have really nice Bluetooth speaker music.
Oh yeah, there's definitely music playing, and it's going to be fun music.
So then you do that. You tell them, oh, and remember, don't forget to have your Instagram on.
Yeah.
Or something.
Have them go do something fun and say, oh, you're going to love the view on the second level. Grab your Insta pics and take a fun photo and put it on the interwebs.
There you go. So you're kind of memorable. You talked about them, not yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they walk back downstairs. They pass you on their little tour again. And what do you say?
Well, I asked them if they're ready to make a cash offer. And
No,
they
you
usually
do not.
they usually have some silly question like, "How much is it?" And that's when I'll have my iPhone, because I don't have sign-in sheets, I don't have MLS sheets, I don't have any printouts. There's no flyers. There's no need for any of that. It's really making a connection. And so what I'll do is,
Yeah, isn't it an awkward moment when people say, "Would you please sign in?"
Yeah.
Like we're back at Catholic school, and you have to sign into the library or something like that to prove you're there.
it's just most of the times
That's
people,
an agent activity.
Yeah.
That's not a customer-friendly activity.
it's feeling like you're being sold, like you're almost
Right.
forced. Like, I know I'm going to put this down. I know that they're going to harass me.
Right.
They need to know that I'm not looking to buy right now, and that's where the connection comes from.
Right.
Of how you follow up, how you nurture that lead. And so now that I've already known their names from introducing myself when they first walked in, they're going to ask about some information about the property. I kind of look at it almost like a quid pro quo. Like, I'll give you something if you give me something. So what I do is say, well, actually, I have a virtual brochure of the property, and I can go ahead and text it to you right now. Let me do that. What is your cell phone number?
And you literally go and you send them a text with a link
Yes.
to the property brochure.
Yes.
Right there.
Right that second, I text that to them.
Right.
And then I put my phone back away and then start on to the conversation. So, do you guys live in the neighborhood? How long have you guys lived here? What, oh, really? What is it you do for work? That's interesting. And start to build rapport. And then from there, that's when I can go on to the next level, which would be, then I can find more value. As I was getting ready for this open house, I was looking through the market and realizing, man, it is a drastic seller's market over here. I was looking at the stats. It's looking really, I was doing a full market report. This is what I'll do. Let me, when I get done with the open house, I'll go back to my office and I'll email you the full report that I made. What email address do you check the most often?
DuSonAKW.com.
Great. And it's that simple. Then once again, go back and say, thank you so much for stopping by and enjoy your day. And I can go through the LP Mama. And
So you took them on a stair step of engagement.
Yes.
Okay, which is an e-commerce model. Actually, it's actually a model for selling anything. Is that you get little parts of commitment as you go. You build little bits of relationship.
I guess for the younger kids, we'll call it a click funnel, but in real life.
Sure, this is exactly
a real life click funnel.
And what's interesting here is that they don't feel like they're being sold. They feel like they're being given value, which is what you're really doing.
Yes.
This isn't a come-on deal. This is real life. So they gave you permission to contact them instead of you asking them, please put your name and email address and cell phone number down on a clipboard. Who is a clipboard anymore anyway? Talk about the tech-enabled agent using a clipboard.
Well, I think the most important, or the second part, which is also, I would say probably the most, is the follow-up. If I met you at an open house and I went through those steps to understand what you need, like what's your timeline, what's your motivation, what are you doing, I won't know that. So I would just have your name and phone number and email address on a clipboard and pray that it's correct. And with the follow-up, that's really going to help me understand of how often I need to be following up. I see some agents that, they got a name and phone number from an open house and they followed up every single day until the person stopped responding.
Yeah.
We need to understand their timeline, and that dictates on how we follow up with them.
As long as you sent them a text and say, this is Adam from the open house at 123 Main Street, you're really okay.
I can do
because
one.
they can go
That's
search.
good.
They can go search their text messages and find you.
Yeah.
Do you carry business cards anymore?
No.
No, me neither.
I think 2016 was the last time I had a business card.
That's fair. So let's go back now. We talked about how to do this at an open house.
Yeah.
But if we get some kind of online lead, and now we need to work on the conversion of that lead.
Yeah.
You've got to apply the same funnel concept or the same stair-step e-commerce concept. So how do you get them interested? How do you get them talking to you? What are some tips?
I look at it from just being casual conversation, in realizing that, it's an online lead. I can't overload them. and send them a text and say, "Hi, this is Adam with Keller Williams Realty. I noticed that you were interested in our property at 121 Main Street, and I want to go ahead and follow up with some information that you might find pertinent. Here's additional photos, here's the price, and I'll be calling you again tomorrow to give you some more information." And it's like, well, okay.
Let me know if you need anything sooner.
Yeah. I love referrals.
Yeah. I know somebody great in Columbia.
Yeah.
So that's a problem. Right?
Yeah.
No one wants to see that. They look through that. You vomited information all over their phone.
Yeah.
I just ignore.
The way that I look at it is, and don't tell my husband I said this, but kind of like Tinder or any of those dating apps. You don't start out with saying, "Hi, my name's Adam. I have a credit score of 825, and I live in the Lower Garden District," and you don't give them all of that.
You do not have a credit. Never mind. So no,
I mean,
you don't.
285.
No, you don't. But what you do
Do.
is you start and you send some text like, "You up?"
Yeah, something super simple.
Which
like
I would
that.
never send to a real estate contact, but that is one of the best texts of all time.
Yeah.
"You up?"
It's
If somebody sends me that, I'm not sure the number. I'm like,
he'll go in the other room where your wife isn't. No, I don't say you up, but I just ask them. Like, if I get a new lead that comes in, I'll text them and ask their first name. Is this Ken? That's
No.
it. No. Oh, sorry about that. I got a lead online that said Ken was interested in real estate.
yeah, I got an email that
Yeah.
said, I got an email saying that Ken was interested
That's
in real
it.
estate, and I must
And
have
the
gotten my wires
conversation
crossed.
can go from there.
Yeah.
But really, it's those little bits of texting, little bits of email, little conversations here and there that are slowly going to build the relationship over time. It's not going to happen instantly. And that's one of the things that to keep in mind.
Well, we only got to lead conversion here. Let's do lead follow-up next
Yeah.
episode. Adam, always great spending time with you.
Oh, yeah.
Next episode, lead follow-up.
Thank you for listening to For the Love of Real Estate, a podcast with Jeffrey and Adam. Research and contribution to this week's episode is provided by Jeffrey Dusan Jr. and Adam Stahura. Our engineer-chief mixer is Chavis Quick. Keller Williams Realty New Orleans, licensed in Louisiana. Each office is independently owned and operated. Follow us on social media. We're on Facebook and Instagram at For the Love of Real Estate Podcast. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe. See you next week.